Okay, so a little while ago, right, UFC said they were going to London. This card was always supposed to be a fight night card. This isn't one of those times where they book a pay-per-view, then change it, or whatever, right? So I live here in the UK. So UFC would actually send me emails trying to get me to sign up for tickets. Now, besides the fact that I can't go to London right now, I was never gonna buy tickets to this show because I knew the fucking card would look something like this. And now let's just get into this main event here, right? Yesterday, I spoke about the situation at the top of featherweight, what to do next with Volkanovski. I said Lerone Murphy should get the next title shot. Movsar Evloev should come back, feed him a can to crush, get him to 20-0. Then he can take on Volk once Volk beats Murphy. Now, I specifically said this is the one thing they should not do, because somebody has to fucking lose here. And if we are being frank, if we are being honest, Lerone Murphy's hype right now is solely dependent on that spinning elbow win, okay? See if what I think is going to happen happens and Movsar Evloev just beats Lerone Murphy over 5 rounds. Not even beats him up, right? This is going straight to decision, right? Movsar Evloev, 49-46, 50-45, whatever. Because Lerone Murphy has been a bit of a sleeper agent running through featherweight, where he is undefeated, he's been racking up wins, but nobody was really talking about him, right? It was all, how is Movsar Evloev not getting that title shot? He gets to spin an elbow, and then all of a sudden, Lerone Murphy should get the title shot, right? So this way we have 2 contenders at featherweight, where Volkanovski can fight an undefeated guy, new name for his record, which he clearly wants. He was basically petitioning for Movsar or Lerone Murphy already. But this way, he gets to go up against an undefeated fighter he's never faced before, new name on his record. If he wins, should he win, I think he would win. And then you've got another undefeated guy if Volk wants to come back again, and then he gets the Movsar Evloev fight, another one which he clearly wants. But, in the worst case scenario here, right, Movsar Evloev beats Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy just becomes another guy at featherweight. They put him in there against fucking Gene Silva or something like that, against rank 6, when he could have conceivably had a title shot. And then Movsar Evloev just gets a title shot anyway in 6 months, 8 months, 10 months time, whenever Movsar feels like coming back. And then in a universe where Lerone Murphy actually beats Evloev, then Evloev's just going to face a fucking can, right? He's going to get another easy matchup that he will then win. He'll be on a 1-fight win streak, then get the title shot. When really, he could have just went, crushed the can, kept the undefeated streak, and then you've got that to market up against Volk in another main event that can headline a pay-per-view. 20-0 undefeated against the featherweight champion Volkanovski, maybe in his last fight ever. I'm playing the UFC's game. I'm playing Dana White's game of big business LLC here, right? I get that these are the 2 outstanding candidates, right? These are the number 1 contenders. And I understand why UFC fans are happy about this match, right? Just on paper, we get these 2 undefeated fighters going at it. But to me, this is just a massive promotional blunder. Just not a good idea when we could actually have 2 interesting fights out of this. We get 1 interesting fight, and then if a guy can rebound, maybe you get that second fight, but there's less interest in it, just superficially because they've already lost. And I hate to be like so boxing about it, like, oh, that guy has a loss. But if we're talking about a casual audience, that is how they see it. And now you will see on the screen right now, right, we're going to get to, I say, the rest of this card. What is left of this card? Michael Venom Page is facing Sam Patterson, right? You'll see one name on this rankings. Down there, right at the bottom, after Shavkat Rakhmonov is like out with long-term injury, he's been removed from the rankings. So you'll see Michael Venom Page there just sneaked in. And you'll think to yourself, wow, like, Michael Venom Page, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen... Did he not fight Ian Gary and Shara Magomedov and Jared Cannonier and even Kevin Holland at a point? I think that was his first UFC fight. Why the fuck is he facing Sam Patterson? The fuck? This is the best that we could find. And by the way, spoiler, I went on to the UFC's page, right, just to get photographs of this card, because I'm going to have it up here at the end. The Michael Venom Page fight isn't even on the website right now, so I don't even know if it's happening. I've looked, I haven't seen anything saying MVP's out, but we couldn't get this guy a fucking name in the rankings. We have to give him Sam fucking Patterson. Seriously? And then, like, you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to look up these guys in the rankings here. Now, let's see. D-Rod last fought Kevin Holland July 20th, 2025. Right, so how much time off is that? 6 months? We couldn't get D-Rod ready. Who's next? Kobe Covington last fought December 15th, 2024 against Joaquin Buckley. Before that, December 17th, 2023. Before that, March 6th, 2022. How the fuck is he still in the rankings? Who's next? Jeff Neal. Right, okay, he gets slimed out by Prates in August. That's still 6 months ago. You're telling me he couldn't get fucking ready for this? Bonfirm, November 9th. Okay, we might let off Bonfirm. Gilbert Burns, slimed out by Morales, May 18th, 2025. Right, that's almost a year now at this point. Before that, he last fought September 2024 against Brady. Lost that. Before that, beat by Della Maddalena. You tell me MVP couldn't get fucking Gilbert Burns? We couldn't get Burns ready for this? Next, Joaquin Buckley last fought June 15th, 2025. Over 6 months. Before that, he fought Covington in 2024. And then Thompson in October. So he had 2 months between Thompson and Covington. And then 6 months for Usman. And then we haven't seen him again since. And then Leon Edwards is on a fucking 3-fight slide here, getting slimed out in November against Prates. Right. Where is... do we let Leon Edwards away with that? How many months is that? It's nearly 3 months. Okay, right. You know what? I don't even want to see a Leon Edwards fight anyway. I don't care. But you would think because he's English, he might, get a spot here. Seeing as that's the only reason half this fucking card is put together is because they're English. But MVP is sitting here on the sidelines begging for a matchup. He's on podcast basically saying, yeah, I'm asking UFC for matches and they're keeping me out. And now, because he's went on there and said that, they've rewarded him with Sam Patterson, and they've not even given him a fucking place on the card. They said, yeah, you're fighting this night, you're fighting in London, and we're not even really going to fucking promote it on the card. But then you actually look at the rankings, and he could fight fucking anyone up to about 8th. I'm not saying he's going to get Kamaru Usman, but nearly everybody else under that, besides maybe Edwards and maybe Bonfirm. That's it. We can't get any of these guys to come back to work to get paid after that amount of time off. And like, to sum up these overall thoughts, I do like Murphy and Evloev. It'll probably be a good matchup. I don't like it personally, but I think it can be good. It should be a fucking feature fight on a pay-per-view, right? But okay, fight night main event, whatever, cool. MVP on the card, London, makes sense. Against just fucking no opponent. Why? Why are we doing this? And that's it. By the way, that is the rest of the card. Like, nothing, no other part of this is actually worth watching. Now, there's going to be hardcores out there saying, really, you don't want to see Luke Riley come back in and shit the bed in the first round and really pull it out the fire come round two? I just don't care. I just do not give a shit about the rest of this card. And that's why this thumbnail only has 3 people on it and the rest are just blurred out figures, because, I mean, who gives a shit? Who honestly cares? Like, Louis Sutherland down here, like, he was Scottish. He's now billed as being English, and the English can take him. Because, I mean, you see him pre-UFC, he is just filled to the brim with HGH, and you see him now, and he's a blobby weight. I am not looking forward to this at all. But, I mean, like, that's it. That's all I can stomach on this fight card here. We looked at the main event. The main event should be good, even if I'm not entirely thrilled about it. MVP coming back. I mean, depending on your tolerance for MVP fights, I understand he's not the most entertaining. He's actually kind of annoying, to be honest. But at least he's a name. At least he's somebody that you can actually put on a card and market something around. And that's it. So I am literally... If UFC don't care, right, I don't care. I said this about those Australian prelims. If you don't care, I don't care. And yeah, I'll be watching 2 fights on this card. But let me know what you think about this absolute fucking embarrassment in the comments below. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, and I will see you all next time.